He's a liar. Yeah. Let's go. We ride in Jesus' name. Bring Jesus in his shame. Declare Jesus to the end. Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. We're back, and this is the Natchez Trace on the Reset Tour, Redeeming Eden Southeast Tour. Going through Mississippi, Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, and back home. I've got new cycling kit, and I've got some friends for the ride. Yeah, Liam and Kirsten and their bikes. Got Allie right here. And we're going to ride the Natchez Trace Parkway. I'll tell you a little bit about the Natchez Trace here in just a minute. But there's so much to talk about. You guys will hear more of that as time goes along. But right now, we've got to get on the road. It is not morning as usual. It is like 11:30, so let's go. Okay, Kirsten, go ahead. Liam, follow behind, and I'll take up the rear. Ooh, my tires are low. You're good. They're going to go around. You can stay in the row.
Like this?
Not all the way out. Like over to the right, about a foot. Yeah, like Kirsten, kind of. You can come in just into the road a little bit, Kirsten. So the origin of the Natchez Trace is that after the American Revolution, frontiersmen from the Ohio Valley carried their products downstream to Spanish-controlled New Orleans and Natchez. Returning home, the boatmen followed a series of Indian trails from Natchez to Nashville, trails which evolved into the Natchez Trace. After the United States acquired Natchez in 1798, the government decided to clear a road between the newly created Mississippi Territory and the state of Tennessee as an important communication link between the national capital and the old Southwest. All right, well, it's 12 o'clock. We have lost one of our riders. Kirsten got picked up 1.5 miles in. And we are 3.5 miles in. I don't know how far we're gonna make it today. Very cool thing. You can lean 2 bikes against each other and they stand up. How cool is that? How you liking bike touring so far, bud?
Great.
All right. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's go. All right, so we stopped here at the Old Trace exhibit. Liam has made it about 9.5 miles so far. Pretty cool. But we stopped here because Christy had to meet back up with us. She went to the grocery store earlier. And Kirsten's gonna ride with us again now, but we stopped and grabbed some lunch and whatnot. But while we were here, I was checking out this sign which says Old Trace. And sat down, had just stopped looking at the sign, sat down, and a lady pulled up whose name was Lindy. And we got to talking for a little bit, and I showed her the YouTube jersey thing here. And she immediately went on and subscribed, and as we continued to talk, I told her, you know, each day I pedal for someone who's passed away from addiction, and she has a friend who we will be riding for on day 3. So it was a really good moment, and yeah, God's already starting it back again. Again, I got so much more to talk about. I'm not doing like clips of videos yet because there is so much to unpack between last time and this time. Wanted to do an Amtrak video, never could do it, and then when I finally was able to like get some time to sit down and do it, I could not find the video that I had recorded of the Amtrak ride and some other cool stuff along the way. Either way, still have all the speaking parts, I just don't have any video to go with it, so I'm still trying to think about how to make that video work well. But yeah, we're gonna keep on cycling, get as far as we can today, and see what this looks like. So you guys will find out more of what we do right about now. Alright.
Holy whoa, mama!
Go ahead. Alright, so the cool thing about Lindy was that she has been sober for a year. She said, I just crossed my year, and she said it's so amazing to not be all up in, you know, everything the way that she used to be. She used the word present. She likes that she can be present now. And we talked a little bit about the Parkway and about life, but pretty cool stuff. Anyway, we're gonna go about a mile, see what's up here, and you'll see more of that right about now.
What is that in the distance? Like,
Yeah, this is my normal average speed. Whatever this is, 13.7, 14, yeah, 13.4, 13.7. This is my go-to.
how? Not like you're killing.
Well, I mean, your legs will hurt. It's your heart rate you got to worry about. You don't want your heart beating out of your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, slow down a little when we get up here. This might be,
Water.
it might be the water we're looking for. God, I love it. No traffic.
No traffic, no nothing.
Isn't this awesome?
Yes. I can just ride on the road. Like,
Yeah, this is a glory day. Absolute glory day.
there's no water.
I don't see any. This would be the creek here, if it was one. Nope, it's all dried up. Oh wait, there's a little one. Oh yeah.
Let's go swim.
Yeah, let's go swim. All right, I'm coming over to the right. Well, I'm gonna put my bike over here in the shade. Yeah, they're building something massive inside of there. Unfortunately, our beach is all dried up, and that water don't look no good, so we're gonna keep on going. All right, so we did find water. We went swimming, met a guy named Glenn who had been in recovery for over a year, May 2020, and ended up coming back to the campsite, got everything set up, you know, camped last night. So this is actually the next day. Both of these are gonna be day one. Christy's going to get some stuff from the gas station, and we're gonna start riding, me, Liam, and Kirsten. We got to get to Jackson today. That's like 45 miles.
Hey, go to our hotel.
But yeah, yesterday had no phone service, couldn't stop and edit a video, was enjoying too much time with them anyway. Liam built his first fire in a national park, first fire period, but he built his first fire in a national park, which is cool. So yeah, y'all ready? Let's go. Well, hey! So, we just stopped here on these hay bales. Just gorgeous outside today. I mean, it is so nice. The humidity's starting to drop a little bit. It's not too sweaty. It feels good. We got a few more miles to go to get where Christy and Kirsten are. Kirsten had to get picked back up again. I'm finding she's doing so good, y'all. She is doing amazing. But like hills, any type of incline at all, she's like me. She just wants to walk the bike. She's done with it. Anyway, so now that she's back with Christy, me and Liam are trying to get like 15 miles real quick. And that should put us somewhere close to Jackson for lunch. So you'll see more of that right about now. All right, well, as you just saw, we rolled into Dean's Stand. We ate some lunch, we sat in the van for a little bit, and we made the decision to go ahead and go to a hotel in Jackson. And then we went to the Cock of the Walk and ate dinner. Then we went to sleep, and me and Liam have planned a bike ride for this morning before the family goes back home. So everything will resume to the normal Redeeming Eden cycling tour videos, all the things that I've got to talk about. Just so many things that all need to be discussed from the last trip to this one. And then, yeah, kind of the route that I'm going to take, all those things. Those are going to come up. Right now, this is just the family first couple of days video. But anyway, yeah, we're going to get on the road. We're going to cycle, and we're going to go see some things, and you'll see more of that right about now. All right, so the first order of business is to go to, where are we at?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Not really, it's a cell tower in Jackson, Mississippi on the side of I-55 that looks like the Washington Monument. Pretty cool. Neat way to disguise a cell tower. Anyway, we're gonna keep on riding. Love you guys. See you later. All right, so we made it to the reservoir overlook. You can see the reservoir out here. It goes quite a long way. It's really nice. So yeah, we started out there at the hotel. We came down the Chishofoka multi-use path, which was really nice. Unfortunately, my GoPro battery, yeah, forgot to put a new one in and forgot to charge it last night. So I didn't get any GoPro footage of the ride, but we did ride it. And so, yeah, I cut my leg on the pedal of the bike. Pretty bad. It looks kind of rough there. But yeah, it was a great ride. What'd you think?
It was pretty fun. We saw a lot of cars going past. A lot of other people.
Yeah, there were a lot of people walking this morning on the path. It was nice. So yeah, gonna do all that and then head back to the hotel, and you'll see more of that right about now. All right, so we are back at the hotel. It was a wonderful ride to the reservoir. Had a great time. Met a super cool guy named Lee down there and talked with him for quite a while. Messianic Jew. Super, super cool guy. But I got a little tiny baby here who is watching a movie. I got my sweet pea back there who is playing on her tablet. Got my snuggle bug here who did 20 plus 20 plus 15, what's that, 55 miles in 3 days? Pretty awesome. And my goo. All right. Well, I love you guys, and I will finish up the video here in just a minute so that y'all can understand everything else that's going on. Love you guys. See you later. All right, with that, the family is headed back to Mobile, Alabama. And I'm here in Jackson, Mississippi, 100 miles up the Natchez Trace Parkway. I really like the Natchez Trace Parkway. It's just transporting you back in time. No power lines, no civilization. There is nothing. You have to like turn off of the parkway to go to anywhere that even looks remotely populated. Like we even came through Jackson, through the city. And because the National Park Service owns like, you know, a section of the woods on each side of the road, you can't even tell you're going through the city. It's just, it's pretty neat. I really like it. It's making logistics a little complicated, figuring out, you know, where I'm going to end up, how I'm going to work all that out. But the bike is all good to go. I sat here and went ahead and got everything oiled, greased, lubed, tires pumped, ready to go for the reset tour. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to go ahead and end this video here because, you know, it's been 3 days worth of footage. But let me flip the camera around. Yeah, those are all detergent buckets. I was able to get in contact with the Henkel Corporation. Sun Detergent went out of business. They quit making that brand. Henkel bought them, changed it over to the All Detergent brand. And I reached out. I was like, look, I really need these buckets. He was like, it's only wholesale. It's only for like janitorial services. I said, I need like 10 of the buckets. And so he sent me this, which you can see here is a picture of 10 buckets. No charge whatsoever. So thankful for the Henkel Corporation for what they did. And they are the makers of like Dial and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to have the Henkel Corporation in the credits. But the credits are now going to be in the YouTube description. So I was, doing some research on the YouTube channel and channels in general, and viewer retention is what it's all about. And people don't watch the credits. Like, I'm only getting 8 minutes of view on a 20-minute video because people are skipping the beginning and skipping those credits at the end. So I'll still have like the where I rode for the day. It's the reset tour, so I'm going to play around with all this kind of stuff, change it up, move it, try and figure out like with your help, the best possible working order for everything to where you watch it from beginning to end and what seems most seamless. And part of that is taking the credits and putting them in the channel description when you click the down arrow. So yeah, that's going to be the way that I'm going to do the credits, to kind of shorten the videos up a little bit, make it a little bit easier on everybody, and bring viewer retention up for the reset tour. Reset tour is going to go from Natchez, Mississippi up to Nashville, Tennessee, over to Gatlinburg, down to Asheville, back up, and down Lookout Mountain back home to Mobile, Alabama. So a lot of riding, a lot of different trails, a lot of different places, but I'm excited. But as far as all that's concerned, that's the end of the video for today, days 1 through 3. So if you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Popple link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction. I know you don't either. Let's use Redeeming Eden as a tool that we might save a life. And this is the Reset Tour, Redeeming Eden Southeast Tour, and I need your help. I need you to comment and help me with your ideas and thoughts on what'll make the videos more watchable, more viewer retention, shorten things up, a little more to the point. How can we get this thing going? We're 28 states in, 20 left to go. So we got to streamline this process. And do know that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I will leave a link to them in the description. You can go there. You can find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund. And I'll have a video coming out soon that you'll be able to watch that will kind of detail what the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund is, why it was created, and other ways that you can help Redeeming Eden along. So, yeah. From here in Jackson, Mississippi on the Natchez Trace Parkway on the Reset Tour. This is so cool. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Yeah.
This is cool.
It is pretty cool, isn't it, buddy?
I wish we could do this again.
We'll definitely do this again. Good stuff.